This is Marvel Legends Steve Rogers Black Suit variant. This is part of the first wave of the new 2012 return of Marvel Legends 6-inch action figures. I love this figure. I love him. He's probably my favorite figure in the wave. Well, no, he definitely is. Followed closely by probably Thor, maybe, or Hope. I'm not really sure who my second favorite is. But this guy's awesome. I'm not sure whether or not I like this variant version or the regular version better. They have subtle differences, but they're both equally awesome. Just a great sculpt, great paint, great accessories, great articulation, just a very nice figure. On to him in a minute. Let's look at the packaging he comes in first, as always. I love this new Marvel Legends packaging. I mean, it just looks awesome. There's great artwork on it, lots of big word boxes. It's just very comic book looking, and he looks amazing in it. Look at that. It looks awesome. The back's got some great artwork. I like this figure's packaging a lot. Only complaint I have is there's not a very good picture of the figure on the packaging. Just these little pictures of pretty much just their head and half of their body, really. He is a BAF release, a build-a-figure release, which means he comes with a body part of this bigger Legends figure. When you collect all 6 figures that have body parts, you can build this, Terrax, the Herald of Galactus. Steve Rogers comes with the lower torso here. I will review him after I finish with these Legends, with these guys. Alright. He comes with some awesome accessories. He does not come with a display stand. This is from a DC Universe Classics figure. I really wish he'd come with a display stand. He could really use one. He does stand well on his own, but it'd just be nice to have a display stand. Comes with two handguns. Very nice sculpt detail on them. They're very cool looking. I don't know what this little bit is right here, like a laser scope or something, but they're really cool. They're made of a soft, rubbery plastic, but I mean it's not that soft at all. I mean you can bend it, but I mean it's pretty hard. It's not going to bend willy-nilly, and they fit awesome into his hands. They just fit really snugly in there, and the trigger finger goes in there perfectly, and he holds them straight. He holds them like he should. Like a hand should hold a gun. Some guns, they kind of sit in there sideways or cocky, but not this one. And he comes with his Captain America vibranium shield, of course. This is a difference in the variant version. Here's the regular version. It's just plain painted, metallic-y shield. This one, as you can see, has a little translucent look to it, and I like this shield better, definitely, than the regular one. I like this one a lot. It's a clip-on. I would have preferred to have the little straps and just let him put his arm through that, but it's this clip-on. I don't really like these clip-ons, really. They work a little bit better on the 6-inch figures because they're bigger and just more solid, but it sits really far off his arm. I really don't like that. I wish it was closer. I really wish it was the straps instead of that clip thing. So that's all the accessories he has. He's got great accessories. I love him. Right on to the figure itself. The source of this guy, this is his Commander Rogers suit. This is him in charge of the Secret Avengers. Norman Osborn has taken over S.H.I.E.L.D., turned it into a hammer, and made his own Avengers, and they're kind of evil. They're called the Dark Avengers, and now the regular Avengers have gone into hiding, and of course, Cap is leading them. This is definitely my favorite Captain America suit. It's just really cool, It's not like big and gay like his normal suit. It's very understated, and it's got some cool trim to it. I love the leather parts. So aside from the costume, the sculpt itself is amazing. It's very simple. I can appreciate a very simple, just good-looking sculpt, and this is definitely that. I mean, it's a good size. He's got great muscle mass, great muscle definition on the thing. I mean, it's just a really phenomenal sculpt. Really nice. I really like it. And I feel like he's proportioned perfectly too. He's pretty tall, and he's pretty slim, but he's got an athletic build, but he's not too bulky. The paint on it, that's another difference in between this and the variant version. The regular version it's like a blue, he's supposed to have like a dark blue suit, and so this one is dark blue, and it has black toning and washing all throughout it. This one is all black. You can barely tell from far away. You kind of have to get up close and look at a light. See the little blue here and there? So that's one difference. And then of course the next difference is just the color in the leather bits, their trim. These little boot guards, his are a dark brown and his is like this tan color. And that's all over. His shoulder straps, his gloves and his belt, that's all a different color paint. And that's probably my favorite part about this costume of his. I love the little leather trim on here. It's got a really nice detail, good pockets in there. There's not too much. These aren't holsters though. You can't put a gun in there. I guess you could kind of balance it in there, but it's not like a pocket holster. The shoulder bits, it's just straps over each one of his shoulders. There's no strap going to the middle. And then his gloves, I love his gloves. It looks so cool on those hands, man. Look at those things. And then my absolute favorite part of the trim is the boot guards. If you look at World War II footage and see World War II, American soldiers, they always have these like leather, or I'm not sure if they're leather, but they have these boot guards over their boots. I guess it's supposed to help with like birds and stuff like that. And that's very, very fitting for Captain America, since he was a WW2 soldier. And I like that. I like that a lot. The red on him is the same. It's just that red with the white lining around it. His head sculpt is cool. I really like his head sculpt. It's very Captain America. He's very chiseled jaw. That blonde hair. He looks very American. I like his hair a bit better than this one. I don't think that's a difference in it, but this one just has a little bit nicer paint. This one's got a lot of that brown tannish color through it, and I don't like the way that looks that much. But this one's got a lot less of that. He still has it, but I think it's better proportionate to the yellow, to the blonde. So I like that. I mean, let's look at that jaw. He's awesome. His head sculpt is phenomenal. I love it. So in terms of quality control, when you're looking for this guy in the stores, what you want to look for is just make sure his hair, make sure you like the hair on yours, make sure the paint on his hair is nice and you like it. And then of course, the normal stuff like his eyebrows and his eyes, make sure those are neat. And of course the buckles on his belt and on his shin guards, make sure those are nice and neat. Also his buckles on his shoulder things. And make sure he doesn't have any bent arms. This one had a really bent arm right there. See how it's going in like that? That's an easy fix with hot water and then ice, but if you don't want to do that, just make sure he doesn't have any bent arms. Alright, so this guy is, I think this guy's a perfect size for Captain America. Here he is next to his 4-inch counterpart. I mean, so he's pretty big, but I'll show him next to him, next to Constrictor. He's from the same wave, and I mean, you can tell he's come on, dude. He's much taller and he's much bulkier than him. So I think they nailed the size accurately of Captain America. So articulation, he's got great articulation. He's got a ball-jointed head, sits on a hinge, ball-jointed shoulders, swivel bicep, double hinge elbow, a swivel wrist. There's no hinge in that wrist at all. He's got an ab crunch, a swivel waist, ball-jointed hips, swivel thigh, double-jointed knee. There's no swivel boot, and he has a ball hinge foot. So, I mean, he's got good articulation. I would have liked to have seen a swivel hinge ankle, but all in all, he's still pretty good. And I would like to see a hinge on his wrist too, but he's still got great articulation. I love this guy. All right, so final thoughts. He is a very cool, simple-looking, but well-sculpted figure. I mean, he's not too simple. I'm just saying he has a simple body. He doesn't have like spikes on him, or he doesn't have anything too crazy, but his sculpt is phenomenal. I mean, it really is nice. When you see this guy in person, I mean, you're going to love him. I love this guy. I would give him like a 9. Only reason he's not getting a 10 because I just reserve that for like super stellar things. I mean, he's great for what he is, but what he is, he's a freaking 10. But there are figures that are just go more crazy, and they do that well. So he gets a 9. Should you buy him? Definitely. I think if you had to pick just a few figures from this wave, I would pick him, Thor, maybe Hope if you like the X-Men, Ghost Rider. I mean, but he's definitely my favorite one. So if you find yourself agreeing with my opinions and my tastes, go get him and you'll love him. Here he is next to the regular version again, just so you can tell which one you want to get. All black, black and blue, different color shield, and different color leather. Alright, well, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you go out and get this guy. And until next time, keep collecting.